Go ahead.
Yeah, alright.
And make sure your speedrun stuff is off.
Okay, it's not there on the, it's not even here on this scene.
Alright, don't worry, I'm just sending a little chat.
Hello. Ooh, a super chat. Let's go. Oh, member for 16
chat? No
months.
way.
Like membership.
Ooh.
I tend to like just not read
16
YouTube.
months!
Whoa. I tend to just not read
Nice.
YouTube chat during these watch parties because sometimes we get behind and it spoils what's coming up in like 10 seconds.
True.
Oh, do you know the 2x speed trick for live stream?
Hello, I'll be... Yeah, I got... Wait, once after this, I'm gonna probably go play it with Peter.
I see.
Mm.
So I do want to let you guys know that I did name my microphone
there's,
source Micro Huffa Nose. Okay.
I don't have a microphone. My microphone source is literally... No.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
Alright.
Oh yeah, Bonds of Justice is still a thing.
Still a thing. Yeah, don't skimp out. Don't skimp out on those. Those are good.
But what if I don't want to bond
Yeah,
with Justice?
they're good!
You can't bond with justice without bonds.
Then
Come on,
you
man.
should
Don't
be
you
on
know
the
this?
channel! Then don't be on the channel, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far.
Spirit of
Alright, fine.
elements of Apollo Justice.
Yes. Indeed, that is very correct.
Elements of the spirit of justice.
Spirit of Apollo Justice. Who keeps
Ah!
saying
Here, I will
stories.
defend every attorney game no matter how bad they are. I'll be so real.
Even Dual Destiny.
I will defend Apollo Justice, Dual Destinies. I'll defend Justice for All, Spirit of Justice, Investigation 1. Like,
Not Investigations 2.
I don't play
He's just
any.
good by default. He's just good by default, let's be real.
I haven't played it yet, so I don't know that. Gorgonian.
Not yet,
Gorgonian,
but let's
Gorgonian.
just say, don't put your expectations too high.
I mean,
We're too
from
low.
what I've heard, I should have them high.
You
I
will
don't-
have a lot of time.
Wait, what's the poll they said? It's just...
A lot of time till he's 37 too.
What is that poll they have? Who is
He's
ready?
37. Not the
Who is
entire
ready?
canon
I'm
for
ready.
this series.
Hey,
is just
hey,
gone.
who messed it? Like, no.
9, 8,
Here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4,
That you
3,
are 10
2,
seconds ahead.
1, 0.
Woohoo.
Watch the
Let us
screen
go.
share then. It's all. Watch the
go,
screen
y'all.
share. I'm screen sharing.
Okay. Woo!
Oh, that looks different. It doesn't
Hey,
usually
it's
look-
nice.
Wait, they're not about to put us in Apollo's
Ooh.
perspective,
Nice.
are they?
Wait, is this another flashback?
Oh, the flashback case
Some pony once told me that to secure a guilty
from
verdict,
3-1.
the prosecution must be
Wait,
able
wait.
to prove beyond a reasonable doubt
Remember?
the
I can't
means,
remember the
motive,
details.
and
I think
causation of the accused.
the guy who died
The
in case
defense,
1
conversely, needs to
who
show
was
there is
like on
doubt
trial
for
or
at least one
something.
of those things.
Yeah, overall was on trial.
But
Remember?
some pony
Pretty sure it was
once
overall.
said
Mhm.
that ponies and ideas aren't usually that simple.
Yeah.
That what you initially think of them isn't always right.
Yeah, you're probably right,
What I've
Sonata.
realized is that a defense attorney has to see that both sayings are true in some way.
What is
You need
this?
to be
Like,
able
what
to
is this?
consider
Matt
both
on guard
sides in order to
moment?
discern the truth. If you don't,
Not
you
guilty.
may end up on the wrong
But
side of the
imagine overall
scales.
concept being like, imagine
Guilty.
overall concept just shows up and says, "That's right, I did it."
I presume you are ready to call upon your first witness?
He is, Your Honor.
God, she's
I
so
wonder who it could
egotistical.
be. Probably the
Kind of the
detective
point,
in charge
bud.
of the
Get used to it.
investigation, if I had to guess.
Oh, PI.
Huh. I know a few members of the police already,
Ah,
but I don't think I've ever seen this pony before.
Witness, why don't you go ahead and tell us who you are?
Of course. My name is Private
Oh.
Eye, detective. and the lead investigator for this
Good
case.
for you. Good for you,
So we
PI.
have a prodigy on the
Oh,
defense
hi,
and
buddy.
a prodigy on the witness stand.
Did I miss something? I don't
You
remember.
shouldn't be here. You were
We have
you are no longer relevant since case 2.
Prodigy?
I was gonna say,
Now, as
what did I miss
understand
something?
it, Your position is a recent one, correct?
Yeah.
That is correct, my lady. How did you know?
Ah.
Prodigy?
you're meant
Yeah,
to
no,
not
you're no longer a
acquaintances,
prodigy.
If not occasional
Listen, this
friends,
was
Very
before
good
case
lady.
1 and 2.
He's told me about you ever since he took you under
I
his
know,
tutelage.
but I'm just saying, like,
He's
come on, we
quite
don't
proud
need
of
to
your
see this
skills
guy again.
and thinks that with enough time, you'll become a great detective yourself.
Oh,
Is
the
that so? Well,
irony.
I must
The
be sure to
irony.
thank him.
The
Well, to be fair,
irony.
I
they
hope
were
to-
right. No, they were right.
There is
The
so much iron
irony.
E. You can make an
I am
iron
more than
E out of
certain
it.
You will, Detective
You
Private
can make
Eye.
iron out of
Irony.
this iron amount of
If
iron
this
E.
mentor is who I think it is,
More ironic than the
then
15
no
million
doubt
puzzles
Private
in
Eye
Furious
will be a
Village.
formidable witness.
I can't wait to hear her
Which
hold it.
means I can't afford to let up for even a second.
Oh, right.
Overall's counting on me. I won't let him
But,
down.
wait, have we actually heard her objection even?
Witness. Would you
I
care
think
to
we have.
explain how only the defendant
I
and
think
the
we have.
defendant
I don't
alone
exactly
can kill the
know if
victim?
we have.
Right
I don't
away,
exactly
Trixie.
remember.
Either that, it was like
Mr.
very early on in case
And
2 when she
victim,
showed up.
Miss Estella.
Objection.
Yeah, that's what I-
Hello,
yeah, I'm pretty
Phoenix
sure you're
Wright.
In fact, on the night in question, they were the only
Is that
ones
the...
working that particular
What's the
shift pattern.
sisters' names again? I
Ooh.
forget.
Both of them were working together on a new design for an upcoming play, you see.
Wait, she was.
It has
She's
been
dead?
confirmed
Oh wait, when,
through
She's
when,
dead?
I thought they just went missing.
that Estella was seen heading outside at 2
Oh,
minutes
yeah,
I
the
thought
Estella-
she. I thought she was dead. I thought she was missing, not dead.
Wait, Stella Cantabella?
But overall continued
Yeah.
Shush, shush, shush.
until quarter past. Only then did he take a break. Now, with both of them being the only ones taking a break at that time, well, that speaks for itself.
There you have it, defense.
Not even a
The
miss.
good detective has confirmed it.
Sonata.
Mr. Concept is the only
Wait,
one
isn't
who
this a remix of the
committed
Leighton
murder
music?
that night.
I heard
Or is this
it
just the late?
I
This is
think-
just late music. Never mind.
Trixie.
No, this is just
That
late
doesn't
music. Never
mean
mind.
I wholeheartedly accept the idea.
No, Trixie supposes you wouldn't. And Trixie
So
supposes
doesn't
you
these
intend
go
to
for like
fight
an
back
hour or so,
against
and
it?
that's it?
That is indeed in the
I
job
mean,
description.
trial
that's
trial
what we
episodes
predicted,
typically
yeah.
be longer.
Trixie would be surprised.
But
if
that
it
is what we
wasn't someone
predicted,
who
though.
ran for defense attorneys.
All right.
Pardon the interruption, Miss Trixie, but are you sure that such behavior is becoming of a practitioner of law?
Okay.
Huh?
Ditto, huh?
Ditto, huh?
I just went like, nope, you are not allowed to do that.
Applies readily to this moment.
Ditto, huh?
The police, the prosecution, the defense, the courtroom, all of
Damn.
us are instruments of the legal system. We work to obey the letter, if not
Nah, the police are
spirit of the law.
the police are
Both
jerks
in the
sometimes.
ones we fulfill,
Maybe.
Ditto,
Sometimes-
huh?
we conduct ourselves under them. Wouldn't it be best for you to conduct yourself accordingly?
Nah,
You
that's too
know
that's
it's
too
not
proper
exactly
for her.
smart for a detective to lecture the prosecution.
But
Right?
come on, Trixie, this is
I
like
don't
Trixie,
care,
this is
frankly.
Miss Trixie, I
come on,
believe
this
we
is
must always
pre like
be true to
Starlight
ourselves.
pre-meeting Starlight Trixie.
The
She is
detective
gonna be the
brings a
most
fair
boastful
point.
thing in the universe.
Prosecutor Trixie, I would ask that you refrain from taunting as much as possible.
Forgot Celestial was
Oh
here.
no, I have to be
Trixie will
respectful?
take what you have
Ew.
said into
Ah,
consideration and
this is
take
truly
it to
horrible.
defense. For now.
That is horrifying.
I have to
I
be
can never do that.
respectful.
Detective Private Eye character.
Oh, the irony.
If we're
Not
getting back on
soon.
topic, is this all you wanted the witness to say?
Who does respect
that's
in this
great.
courtroom?
Witness has prepared a whole testimony on the victim's death.
I just realized the shine element.
One
That's
that
cool.
will ensure there is no room for doubt that the
Shine?
defendant
Oh.
is, in fact, guilty.
Man, I feel like I've heard those exact lines before, and I don't know
Certainly,
why.
Miss
They
Trixie.
sound familiar. I don't know
Give it
about
my
you.
all.
Yeah, they do sound
Um,
familiar. I actually don't know why they sound familiar.
But wait till is this like?
Witness testimony.
Hey, if I'm thinking this right, is Trixie just gonna pull up the update report or something?
While on her
Oh
break,
my god,
hope
Trixie
he
is
doesn't.
totally the
Estella
Edgeworth
exited
of
the
this
building
game.
through the back door.
Yeah.
No, I-
Into the alleyway
Yeah, watch her
leading
just
to the
pull out
right.
the
Once she
defense
was
is that
outside,
the
victim was attacked
defense.
from the front with a blunt instrument.
She
The
rolls up to the
witness is
courtroom
that-
with Phoenix, and then Triumphant
The
Return
weapon
starts
was a
playing.
walking stick. It's old but very durable. It was likely used in an old production.
Okay, Stella is
and was
definitely
recently
dead, so
thrown away.
that's one SB
Our
down.
analysis concluded the victim was hit at least 3 or 4 times.
No, wait, SB.
Wait, this is
Forcing
Greetings
her to
Attorney
down.
music.
She died not from the trauma.
Oh, it is.
Which makes sense,
Not-
because this is pre This is before
is-
Phoenix came
a
in, so
very
makes sense.
yeah,
I like it.
makes sense.
Well done.
So I like how Private's theme is
Witness,
literally the main
do
menu
you
theme
have
for the
the
Layton
autopsy
crossover.
report?
Of
No, yeah.
course. I have it right here.
Love you, Celestia. I
Estimated 10:15, 10:45. Blunt force trauma. One died
An
blood
awful
loss.
thing. She
Yep,
must
there
have
you go.
suffered greatly,
There's your.
slowly
There we
bleeding
go.
to death alone.
Go add that to the archives.
Indeed.
Don't
I
get
could never
updated, please.
imagine
A
the
sympathetic
overwhelming agony she
and
must have been in.
competent
No.
judge.
I suppose
Oh.
there may be some solace in the fact that she is no longer
Damn.
in pain.
Yeah, I wonder how long that's gonna last.
Poor
Well.
Mr. Concept. It
Oh.
must be a unique kind of hurt to hear us talk about Stella
I mean,
this
Luna,
way.
and so
I'd better
I
get us to
love,
move away from
I
that
for
topic.
one love prosecutors who are
To
not,
return to
who
the
are
matter at hand.
basically not a
I
jerks.
have to ask,
Like
on what
Edgeworth
grounds
and like
was the defendant
Edgeworth, like
arrested?
it's kind of like seeing
Oh,
Edgeworth in a case. You're just like,
We
ah,
found
good,
his
we're gonna have some
death on the
sanity
record.
in the prosecution,
see.
huh?
I'm assuming there was
Just
Like,
give him a
like
little.
after,
But of course,
yeah, you know.
here it is.
Mm.
Overall was
Just say it
caught
makes you
red
like whenever you see
food in the
Edgeworth
back door of
post
the
like
building,
the
and
first
victim
game, you're
at
like,
10:30
ah, good.
PM.
We know
Not
we know the
very
case
recognized, of course,
case is
but
gonna be
may
sane
as well
today.
have been. Would you like Trixie to add this to the court record?
Oh my
Do I
god.
have
I
a
feel like I
choice?
Jesus
sort of,
Christ.
I feel like I forgot how much I disliked her in the courtroom. Oh god.
Well, that's how you can remember her.
Thank you for that,
Yeah,
Prosecutor
I
Trixie.
really should watch
Now then,
Turnabout
defense,
Storm,
you
but
may
maybe on my own,
conduct your
maybe another
cross-examination.
time.
Oh, I definitely.
Oh, I've already
plan
watched
on
the whole
doing
thing.
more
I
than
binged
just
the whole
this
thing in
one.
one
I'm
day,
not
actually.
I'm not
I
gonna
will pry
lie.
this testimony
I
apart.
feel like it's just the voice act. Like if it was just the lines, I think it would be better. But the voice actor just, it makes me just like, ew. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just
That's
like
funny.
While
just
on her break,
makes me.
Estella
Ugh.
exited the building through the back door and went into the alleyway
Get
behind
ready.
the theater.
Well, it's funny because if you just
Ooh.
get
I'm
ooh,
assuming it's normal to
That
exit the
sounded
building
like
via the back door.
calm and
It sounded
collected.
good.
Very much so.
yeah.
For those working at the theater,
Well, it's
anyway.
funny because
Nice.
if you
The
just
same
got rid
couldn't really
of
be said
you
for
got
a
rid of her
citizen
talking in
just
third person, she's
deciding to
basically
enter the
Francisco.
theater through the back door.
That goes beyond normal and straight into criminal territory.
I mean, hey, at least she
What
ain't,
about her
at least she
deciding
ain't
to
like
get into
his,
the alleyway, though?
at least she ain't like,
Doesn't that seem odd?
like,
I'm quite
like the
certain
other
she
guy.
simply needed some fresh
You know?
air. During my investigation,
Seriously, Von
I've heard
Karam,
repeated
like,
claims
Von
of
Karam
character
is a
being
demon in
somewhat
disguise.
hard to work for.
That definitely lines up with what I've heard.
Did
I
I
have
get
a
muted,
diagram
or am
made of
I
the
just
crime
being,
scene. If you'd
is
like
no
to
one
see it in
talking? I guess
detail.
probably people are
I
listening.
would. Thank you, Detective.
Guys,
As
no
you can
phones
see,
during the cross-examination,
Everything we
alright?
deem relevant has been included.
Yes,
Sure, I'll probably
it's
mute.
all there.
Well, no,
maybe.
you don't need
They
to view.
even
I'm just,
color-coded certain points of
I'm
interest.
sorry, I'm just making popcorn while listening to this
Trixie guesses you'll
cross-examination.
want this added to the court record too.
Just get on with it.
Trixie was being sincere that time.
I think they missed the
Already-
dumpster there.
Diagram
Like,
for the
You
Sonata's
missed the mark.
Sonata's
Yeah,
already
you missed the
tired of her.
Yeah, it's like someone was like went tried threw the body in the dumpster, but missed
Detective,
completely.
Please continue with your testimony.
Did she say up the autopsy or
Blunt instrument.
I feel like
which we
she just
found
said that,
nearby.
Hold it!
or was that the court
How
record?
did
I
you
don't know.
determine the attack came from the front?
The location of the wound tells us such. It was on the left side of the victim's head, near the cranium. This means the attacker swung from their right. The impression also has a distinctive angle that suggests a sharp and angular attack with the weapon from the front.
Sharp and angular?
Don't they
Could you
swung
be a
from the
bit more
left?
specific?
More specific. Ah. Have you ever played hoofball? Forgive me, I don't believe I actually got your name.
It's Sonata. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing each other a lot, Detective.
Oh, stop,
But to answer your
please.
question, no, I never really was interested in going to big sports games like that.
Take a drink every time you hear hold it.
Listening to them anyway.
It wasn't my preferred sport either. I took a particular liking to fencing. However,
I
knew a
can
few
feel you,
coats who'd
Sonata.
said
I
no
do
to
not
hoofball
like big sports
back in
games
my
because
school days.
sensitivity overload
We had
in
all
3
sorts
seconds.
of names for the types of swings you'd see in a game. One of them was, rather fittingly, called the chop. Most professionals wouldn't perform it, but the occasional rookie would, if they weren't properly trained. The attack, then, I would describe it much like that. A downward angled chop towards the victim.
Witness.
You got
say that
karate
this
chopped to death?
Chop is something that rookies would
Damn.
perform.
I wonder why she's still missing and
Now,
not
hang
considered
on.
dead, because I feel like that wouldn't work.
Detective, if you were to attack some pony quickly without much forethought, and if you had such a weapon as described, what would be the easiest way to attack?
Trixie,
Probably
yeah, you're
just as I
yapping
had
too
described.
much.
No pony at all skilled in the art.
Oh.
If
So
you
we need like a
Better.
Kingdom Hearts like
Do it.
shut tricks, shut.
However,
We need
if
like
one was
a
desperate
button that says shut
panicking.
shut
Thank you,
Trixie
witness.
up for
You may
sometimes. We
continue
just
your
need that. Just
testimony.
stop talking.
The weapon was a walking stick. It's old but very durable. It was likely
Old but
used in an
durable.
old production and was recently thrown away.
Thrown away? No.
How did you conclude the stick was the murder weapon?
We found some blood on the stick. When we tested it, it matched the victim's blood. Moreover, the impression left matched that of the stick itself. My team and I also found this stick in the nearby dumpster, so it's quite likely that the murderer picked it out of there prior to the attack. Also, as Miss Trixie pointed out, we found the defendant's hoof prints on the stick in question.
The stick was found in the dumpster after it had been used?
Presumably.
There we go.
That seems rather strange. Wouldn't it make sense for the
I don't
murderer
know,
to
man. That sounds pretty
dispose of
sus.
it more carefully, I mean?
Don't.
That
Please no.
was something of a bother at first, but the leading theory is that this
Interesting.
crime was not premeditated. It's possible that the defendant
Can you
and
hear
the
me
victim
still?
were arguing next to the dumpster,
Oh.
as indicated by the location
can.
of the body.
All right.
Then the defendant simply
Just let me know if I'm
grabbed
yapping
what's
too much,
available. He
okay?
attacked, but the shock of what he did, it must have frozen him to the spot, leading, incidentally, to his arrest. The most he could muster was tossing the murder weapon back into the dumpster. Nothing more.
So overall froze up for that long after presumably attacking Estella? What nonsense. But sadly, I don't have anything on Hoof that could suggest otherwise.
Trixie can see you turn
Yeah.
your gears over and over, Defense. You're trying to make sense of this. Unfortunately for you, crimes of passion rarely fit into a logical chain of events.
Your point is noted, Prosecutor Trixie.
Woman talking. Don't
Detective,
speak.
Please continue your testimony.
I know. Eh.
Our analysis concluded the victim was physically severe 4
Your
times,
point is noted.
forcing
We will
her to
forward
the
this to the
ground.
thing.
She died not from the trauma, but from blood
The
loss.
shreds.
Hold it! How long did it take the victim to bleed out before she died?
I can't say. That information was beyond the ability of our analysis to acquire. We could only estimate her time of death. However, we do know the fact that she bled out shows that she died some amount of time after the disturbance report was made.
A disturbance report? What disturbance report?
Oh, dear. Have you not received a copy, Miss Sonata?
What?
No, this is my
What
first time
disturbance
hearing it.
report?
What was it about?
Oh my gosh, it's just the
Ah,
Phoenix
yes.
Wright of this
A shining
universe, I guess.
example.
Oh no, great. Oh no, not the updated report.
Some pony did their civic
No.
duty and reported suspicious screaming nearby.
If no pony minds, may I take a closer look?
By all means, Prosecutor Trixie, if you would,
But I don't
please.
wanna.
Very well. If Trixie must. It won't change anything, though.
Okay, so it's gonna change everything.
Yep, it's the updated autopsy report again.
It's pretty definitive. If Trixie does
Yep,
say
even
so.
looks like it.
Trixie appreciates having such a reliable citizen.
Listen, it's a
making her job a little
disturbancy report.
easier.
Let him use reuse assets. Nothing's wrong with that.
This might be the
Yeah.
chance I need. I'll have to confront it
Yeah.
directly, though.
Just say, like,
Detective
if this
may
becomes
I
the
request you append a new comment to your testimony regarding this disturbance report?
Ooh.
You most certainly may.
Guys, we're gonna
Miss
hear an
Sonata.
objection again.
I'll
Oh,
do so
wait,
right
yeah, let's
away.
hear it. Yep.
This disturbance report from a third party confirms that everything we've established is sound and valid.
Objection!
Ooh.
I'm
Ooh, that
sorry,
from a
point.
third
but I'm
party.
afraid
That was-
is simply
that
not the
was
case.
Pretty nice.
That
That was
point.
smooth.
See how that
Woohoo!
simply isn't. How exactly?
Who's being the impatient one now?
Woo!
Prosecutor Trixie
Oh,
would wait a moment.
wait.
She may learn a thing or two.
What is this? You're rubber and I'm
Wait, this is her
glue?
objection theme.
Miss Trixie,
Ooh.
there's no need for this hostility. Miss Sonata hasn't even explained her reasoning.
It's kind of banter, detective.
Well,
Perhaps
please
you
don't
should
say
take a
glue,
course
because
in
you're
it.
ponies,
Prosecutor
horses.
Trixie, let the defense
Nah,
present
bro,
her
pine
point
cone.
before you start shooting her down.
Fine. Defense, what are you getting at?
Pay attention, Prosecutor
Yeah,
Trixie, and
hey.
I'll show you.
Please, this ain't Dual Destinies,
You may admire
alright?
this anonymous citizen for doing their duty, but I admire them for a different reason.
For proving
What,
overall
their penmanship?
innocent.
No, actually. Their punctuality.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Do you remember what time Overall was reported to have gone on break?
Yeah, 10:15.
Oh, wait!
What's your...
That's a 10-12 on the
That's right.
report.
10:15.
Oh.
But this report tells us that this anonymous citizen heard screaming
Hey!
at 10:12 p.m.
First
a full
Trixie, like,
3 minutes
first
before
Trixie,
Overall
like,
had even stepped
whip-
outside
Quiver?
for his break.
Quiver?
The
Breakdown.
conviction is
I don't know.
prima facie, self-evident. Unless you're telling me the laws of physics cease to
I'm surprised
exist in that
Trixie even
particular
missed that.
alleyway. There is no way my client could have committed this murder.
Objection.
I mean, like, with the amount of Alicorns that
Trixie's
show up out randomly, I don't know.
Her.
And she doesn't
Your
know what to
Honor,
say. Interesting.
Trixie...
Oh.
Trixie must apologize to the court.
Wait, what?
Wait, you're
Huh?
apologizing?
Yeah, that's my reaction, Sonata.
Surprised? I can be humble when I
He's
Damn.
doing what?
Prosecutor
For once in
Trixie,
her life?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. You see, Your Honor, that is...
Outdated.
the
All's
wrong
evidence.
disturbance
Oh my
rate.
god.
the wrong.
The wrong one.
Are you
Do
kidding?
you really expect the court to buy that?
Don't you start pointing at me,
Here
bitch. I'm
it comes!
like a
I can't
shit,
believe
but
you
I'm
actually
telling
called
you
it.
the truth.
Then what am
Hey,
I
Kraz,
even
you hear him
holding
using
here?
you hear them using
That's
Cammy
an
Meals theme?
earlier draft
Yep.
transpositional error. And
There we
that's
go, it's the wrong
written
autopsy
means
report.
Time is incorrect.
That's absurd.
Prosecution.
Up, there's the title drop.
That's the case. Where
I can't
is the
believe you
Title
were
drop.
actually right.
Yeah.
Oh my
Right
god, this
here,
court's brain
Your
dead.
Honor.
It says that the real time of the report is 10:21 p.m.,
Yeah.
not 10:12 p.m.
Exactly, Your Honor. We also know that the defendant went on break at 10:15.
I can't believe
This
this.
report now tells us that a full
BS
6
too.
minutes would have passed afterward.
Yes, like, throw her out of the courtroom at this rate.
Time that he was
She
arrested.
is the discrepancy at this point.
I'm being real here. This is grounds for a mistrial.
Yep, this is, throw her out on perjury, okay?
What else are you gonna
Can that
pull out of
happen?
No,
hat of
that's
yours?
not how perjury
All
works.
the things I plan
Okay,
on
fine.
pulling out. Not blunders, not fake
Well,
pieces
throw her
of
out for something. I brought her out of the courtroom.
Handed me the wrong item first before sending me this correct one.
Couldn't you tell that they were completely
Yep,
different?
well, there we go. EOJ has done the Edgeworth.
The same kind
Yay!
of envelope. I didn't have a chance to read it over until... Well, really, I should thank you for pointing that out.
It's not exactly my
She's right,
job
you
to
know?
judge your mistakes. Nor is
Yeah.
it yours to sit back and rely
Double
on the
yes.
defense.
Yeah, she's
So,
bad.
you're
Trixie bad.
an expert on how the prosecution should behave?
Please, Luna, step
Look at
in.
Missy, you just got out of jail, not even a year
Like, Luna
ago.
just goes,
You're hardly
Luna just,
legal
that's
age.
enough,
You
buddy.
haven't even dreamed
Luna,
that I could teach you.
please.
All you've taught me
Now
so
both of-
far
now-
is that the
okay, this
prosecution
is-
may have been huffing
Okay,
Yeah,
this
no,
is a
listen.
much, Trixie. Trixie, yeah.
Enough! Prosecutor Trixie, it is
What?
extremely unprofessional for you to have handed this court
Right.
outdated evidence.
Okay, yep, grounds
Well,
for
told them.
mistrial,
Possession of
and
updated one.
what was it called?
You as well, defense. Giving into the
It's a lot of
prosecution's
slander.
inciting comments is one thing.
Hey, at least in
Lying
this
your
one, like,
own,
hey, at
that
least
is
in this
equally
one, like,
unbecoming.
we get Edgeworth.
This is a
Was
murder
Edgeworth
trial.
ever told
One
off for
party's
that
life
or
has
no?
been lost, while another
Mhm.
hangs in the balance. You should both be more respectful to that
So if
fact.
this is the case, Leslie's already done much better here.
Be that as it may, I am inclined to think this is an honest mistake. Therefore, I am willing to overlook it, especially since we
I
now
also
have
think
the
it is a
updated
genuine
report
mistake, but
removed
still,
properly.
it's such BS.
Nevertheless,
Yeah.
Prosecutor Trixie, I will be speaking to you about this slip-up after court is adjourned.
Yes, Your Honor. Trixie understands.
Detective, I believe your cross-examination has
Oh,
come to a
boy.
close. You may leave the witness stand. Thank you for your time.
The pleasure has been all mine, my lady. Good day to you all.
Thank you,
Darn it. I would have preferred
Celestia, for
Princess
being the
Celestia toss
best.
that report out. Guess you can't win them all.
Love you.
But there goes that
You're the
particular
best
angle.
princess.
Maybe
If
it
you're
was too much,
the
having
best
all my hopes
princess.
riding on that one thing.
I know Luna's
But I
good, but
also need
you're
someone
also
to keep a
good.
cooler
I don't know
head.
who's
It
better.
won't do to get all
You're both the
agitated like
same.
that. I'm liable to miss something important. And I'll definitely need that something, if it means finding a new way to clear my client's name. I just have to find a different opening.
All right, now to the other guy.
Ooh, current trial.
Oh, there we go.
Watch
Present time.
Celestia be the
We're going
judge.
from trial
Get
to
Cloud's
trial.
count. We got it.
And thus we go back to the present.
Yes.
Yeah, now watch it
Day
be
one.
Celestia like
Oh, here
before.
we go.
Ooh.
No, it's
Ooh,
Mr.
the
Mans.
marvel.
It's also Luna again.
Hello, Your Honor.
Yay!
Ooh.
I love this
Yo, the
render.
model for the judge. Hold up. Wait, that looks clean.
That human is the judge again?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I
Missed the
didn't
judge
realize you
voice.
were still in
Yeah, how'd you
Equestria.
get out here?
Miss Sonata? Ah, what a pleasure it is to see you again. And you as well, Mr. Wright.
Forgive
Who's
me
up?
for asking, Your
Hey.
Honor. But was I mistaken?
By the way, who's the
in
voice of
thinking
the
another
judge, by the
honey would be
way?
presiding today?
No.
Don't
Quick
recall.
question: who's the voice of the judge?
He's
I
still
don't
the same judge.
remember.
To act as your judge today.
Who's the voice actor for the judge, by the way?
If I remember correctly, I can't remember his name, but I know him.
That's highly irregular.
All right.
Especially for something
Oh,
like this.
there Will is there. That's what
Surely
the
one of
guy.
the princesses could substitute
Right?
for them.
I think so. Oh.
Though since Princess
Luna.
Luna is prosecuting, then that means Princess Celestia is still available. What could call her away?
She's asleep.
Man, I
That's where
wonder
this
if there's
other
another trial going
No
on
guesses as
somewhere
to which
around
one
here
that
in
is.
Equestria.
Without many others who could preside over such an
Is Lulu like just
case,
sleeping?
I
Why is she
was offered the
sleepy?
chance to stay here a
Why is
bit
she eepy?
longer.
She's not
I
EP.
hope that doesn't
She's focusing.
disappoint
She looks eepy.
Not at all, Your Honor. I'm happy to see you again.
Probably with
Mr.
Apollo's
Wright speaks
trial,
very
yeah.
highly of your abilities.
Does he now?
Yes.
Yeah, I
of
can't wait to
course,
see
Your Honor.
Celestia.
We veterans gotta stick together, you know? It's great to see you again. Did you enjoy watching that race?
Oh, I'm so happy you asked.
Better.
I've
Uh-oh.
seen many things in my day, but I've never been
Proceeding
so
to be like-
surprised at how fast these Pegasi can fly. The only downside was that, well,
Hey, I mean, like, I've seen
expecting
lightning
it to
dust
be a
go
lot
like
bigger.
super, like Sonic in that
Apparently, I
one
missed a real
video.
whopper of a
So,
race that
yeah.
occurred Not long ago. What was its name again? The
Yes.
Pedestrian 600?
Pedestrian.
Anyway, please extend my gratitude to Princess Twilight for the tourist spot she recommended. I've been seeing everything
How
I
nice
can
of
from
you.
up here.
Pedestrian.
Don't remind me.
Pedestrian. Yeah.
Still, I believe my
Like, everyone's just gonna be like,
so
Sonata's just gonna look at her like,
the prosecution and defense
you know,
ready
that's
to
not
begin?
a term we use here
The
since
defense
we're
is
not
ready, Your Honor.
humans, you know?
The prosecution is
What
ready,
else?
Your Honor.
Oh,
Let's look
Swear
at
to
our
God,
gallery.
that's
Luna, are you feeling all right?
That desk slam was loud.
Tense.
Apologies. We did not mean to offend.
Well, we know why she's tense.
Recent events' totality of calumnies, indignities, and deceits have weighed most heavily upon my soul.
Yeah.
Compounding
Justice
this is
reference.
the knowledge of my own involvement in such affairs.
Wait,
I
what?
am vexed by the whims of conscience.
Yeah. Wrong Justice really told her what happened. Damn.
Indignities?
Damn.
Did she
She
get
is not happy.
harder to understand? Or is that just me?
I haven't heard her get that bad in a while.
This trial, however, will allow me to rectify my
I mean,
What
she is
mistake?
speaking
You have
Oda
the
questioning at this rate.
princess of Equestria.
No.
I shall proceed towards the truth beyond even a millennia of troubled circumstances if needed. That is
Yeah,
my
that's
duty
the
as a
Luna I know.
prosecutor. And that is
Luna
my
is
only
like
duty today.
the
I am ready to
Luna is
proceed with the
the
trial,
like basically
Your Honor.
the tough part of like the hierarchy. Like
Through fair means or
Where's
foul.
Me about the last time she talked to
yeah,
Princess
Celestia
Luna.
is the kind
She
part,
said
while
they ended
Luna
on pretty
is
good
the
terms.
the
But
tough
you
part.
can
You know?
see how she's looking at us, right?
That expression is one you would only see on the dark side of the moon.
You think she just woke up on the
Yeah.
wrong side of the bed?
Bond of Justice kind
I
of told
think
us what
it's more than
happened.
that. But I also suspect she isn't in a
Yeah, someone's in the the YouTube chat is saying like that even the theme is Luna's theme sounds different, and yeah, it is darker.
I suppose.
Prosecutor Luna?
What
Yeah.
is it?
I
Luna,
just want you to know.
let's hope Luna does not go Nightmare Moon on
It
us.
wasn't your fault. You shouldn't blame yourself.
You know?
As prosecutor, it is my responsibility to ensure a trial reaches a satisfactory conclusion. I failed in that regard, to an extent that is unjustifiable.
Well, not
You
that
didn't
it's
know the
always,
truth, though.
always the answer. Then.
None of us did, until the end.
Hence why the truth will no longer evade me and lie in wait until it bears its fangs.
Are we still here, by the way?
I will find it and strike first.
Yeah.
Princess Luna, I'm
All right.
serious. You can't
when
take what
when people
happened
get quiet, I
personally.
get a little nervous.
It always ends badly.
Your opinion is duly noted, Blue Phoenix.
Blue Phoenix. All right.
Angry as well as defensive, it seems.
Right.
Not that I blame her.
Because
The last
Yellow
trial was
Pixie.
trying on every pony involved. I can't imagine what it was like for
Golden,
her
golden,
afterwards.
golden.
We need to
Going back
maybe
to
this trial can
Canterlot
help her
after
calm
everything
down.
that
You know?
happened. The rumors must have been absolutely scandalous.
Yeah.
Even a princess would feel
At
their
least
weight.
there's no
their
Athena
barbs.
here, so that could bring.
Though it
that
surprises
could
me,
do
Blue
that,
Phoenix, that you hold
yeah.
yourself there at the side today, rather than at the forefront of the defense.
Listen, Sonata's got a
In
depth
your
repaid
place
of Rainbow
stands Miss
Dash.
Sonata.
Exactly.
Tell me, why am I not facing you, Blue Phoenix?
Oh,
Irrelevant.
there's a reason for that.
That.
Don't worry.
No, there isn't.
Actually, well, you see, we decided that.
Phoenix, come on, man.
Don't underestimate
Phoenix.
my
You just
capabilities,
said-
Princess Luna. You should know my track record speaks for
Edgar,
itself.
what would Edgar say to Luna? I wonder what Edgar would say to Luna. Says one guy, super chat. Say,
Silent treatment already, huh?
Your vocabulary, Prosecutor Luna.
Reminds me of Prosecutor
archaic
Edgeworth.
garden path sentences I'd seen in some of my earliest judicial days. Nevertheless, I appreciate your commitment to re-evaluating yourself in the name of preserving the law.
Yeah.
Mr. Wright's concerns aside, your resolve
I didn't even
is
realize that
commendable.
poll was a thing. That's awesome.
Speaking from experience, a prosecutor who is willing to better themselves is something that should be encouraged, if only so others follow suit.
You humble me with your words, Your Honor.
Talking about Edgeworth.
And
Yay!
with that, let us resume this trial. Prosecutor Luna, you may make your opening statement.
Without hesitation, Your Honor.
You know, if only,
Here we go.
if only Edgeworth
Time to
could
set up
Time
have
for the
a word.
nitty-gritty.
You know,
Board.
Right.
if only
Let's
Edgeworth
do
could
this.
have a word here. Like,
Today's
come on,
proceedings
just,
shall
can we-
center
can't
around
he
the
just
collapse
send a
of
letter?
Wonderbolt
Wow.
Reserve.
This team's amazing.
The fault of such a collapse lies at the hooves of Rainbow Dash, another Wonderbolt reservist.
She was cleared from murder ages ago.
You think Luna is a little bit like nervous about how many helmets?
I agree.
Your body's got a problem with her or something?
Yeah, at this
Order in
point,
the
I say
court!
everyone's like
Order!
saying, why are so many elements of
Whoa.
harmony being accused?
I didn't
you know?
anticipate the reaction to be so
I thought
fierce.
there's elements of harmony,
I
not
guess that's
the
what you
elements
get
of
for trying to
killing.
pin a second case against
I
a
was sort of expecting
celebrity,
the opposite reaction.
especially in her hometown, no less. Not that Luna even looks a little fazed by it. I'm guessing she was expecting this.
I will
Of
remind
course.
the gallery that they are not to interrupt our proceedings again.
Yeah, I think Luna's
You
just
will
like saying,
be escorted
yeah,
out
I get
if
it,
needed.
people, but I have a job to do.
Prosecutor Luna, you may continue.
Streamline collapsed during a mandatory training session at the Wonderbolt
Yeah.
Academy on the 20th
gallery
of
is like
February,
say-
or yesterday.
Yeah. Alright, let me know if you see any cool,
On-site
cool
medical
ponies in the
personnel,
gallery, alright?
after evaluating her condition, escorted her to Cloudsdale General
They
Hospital
might
for
be just
treatment.
reused.
The hospital
You know.
administered a tox screen upon her admittance.
Hey, maybe
The
we might
initial
see,
report,
like,
however,
couple-
came back
you know,
negative.
Imagine if we see lightning dust in one of the. Imagine if we saw lightning dust in one of the like in the background. That would be cool, right?
It came back negative?
Wait,
Then why did
what?
the authorities suspect
Whoa.
poisoning?
No tox screen has a 100% efficacy rate, Your Honor. There are other ways of demonstrating the presence of poisoning. That includes observing the victim's symptoms. The ones that Streamline exhibited,
well, that's the first
which
thing
will
we
be
have
brought
to
up in testimony, match the symptoms of a certain poison. Given that, the prosecution
Can
feels
we get
it is
the name of this
appropriate
certain
to
poison?
an attempted poisoning.
Well, probably not.
Further evidence indicates that
Agreeing.
only Rainbow Dash could have committed this crime.
I'm afraid the defense simply cannot take this as fact. You will need to prove without any doubt that Rainbow can be tied to the poisoning.
Thanks, Sonata.
Nothing will be left to doubt, Miss Sonata.
Yeah, thank you.
Of
Thank
that
you,
you
Sonata,
can be
for
most
saying
certain.
no. That's not the.
We'll see about that.
You think Luna would at
Now
this rate
then,
be like, all right, who's
The
accusing all
prosecution
these
calls its
elements
first
for this?
witness, the lead detective, to the stand.
You would think she would be like a little suspicious, right?
Not really. What the hell?
I know it's her.
Whoa.
I know
Whoa.
it's her
And
job,
I
but
thought
still, you would
Gumshoe
think
was
like
the reigning
at
champ
the
of shabbiest
receiving
detective
end
ever.
of
Who's
these
Gumshoe?
elements.
That's no ordinary detective, Mr. Wright.
Whoa.
Huh?
That's Philo Reed,
Hello, Philo.
the head of the Equestrian
You
Bureau of
tired, guy?
Investigation, and another member
Dang.
of the High Council.
He looks dead.
Seriously?
Yeah, he
This
looks
guy's
very
part
dead
of the same
inside.
group as Lockkeeper Equity? As well as the Equestrian
You know, I think I
Bureau?
can see some like.
He is not
like,
believing
That's
like,
the
this.
organization that Private Eye mentioned.
Yeah, I think I see
Which
some like of
means-
some like OCs
Yes,
of some of the people there.
That's his
in the
mentor.
Wait,
gallery.
his
Wait a
mentor?
sec. Didn't
Ooh.
Private Eye say it was called the
Oh,
Equestrian
so
Bureau of
Private Eye.
Intelligence?
That's who's Private Eye's mentor.
That he did.
You
You think-
don't seem surprised.
I'm not surprised
Well,
either.
For as level-headed as Private Eye is, he's not without his quirks. I often
Go,
saw him
Herlock
confuse the names
Sholmes,
for certain
go!
departments during his time. I corrected him once, and he went bright red with
You think
embarrassment.
I know. Come in, as soon
If
as
only
Phil is done
certain
speaking,
others
let
were
him
as
go
self-conscious
sleep in
as
the
he is.
out in the.
I'm surprised.
No,
he's
he
here,
needs to
given what
testify.
Lockkeeper Equity alluded to
I know,
at the
but
end
as
of
soon
the
as he's
previous
done with that,
trial.
let him.
No,
He's
he must watch
involved
this
in the
trial.
investigation into Rarity's case.
No, please let him
But
sleep.
judging by his lackluster appearance,
He's
he
clearly
might be
very
leading
well
both that
awake.
and this one. Still, I can't
Let him
underestimate
eat.
him. Not in the slightest. No pony becomes a living
Guys, I'm
legend
gonna
over
imagine
empty
this guy's
feats after all.
breakdown is just gonna be him fully
He
waking
may
up.
look tired, but
This
I'll
guy,
bet that his mind
no,
is
the
as
opposite.
sharp as
He's
ever.
just gonna go.
Witness, state your name and
He's
occupation.
gonna go falling over.
He's the killer, guys.
What the hell? Why did he suddenly go
And
like
Equestria's
full-blown
most
awake?
sought-after one. Detective Reed, are you
I don't
sure
think
you'll
Philo
be
is
able to
the killer,
testify?
buddy.
Judge, it's not
I
important.
mean-
You seem a touch out of it right
I mean,
now.
we already had
Of
one.
course, my lord.
Touch.
Don't let
Just a
my
touch,
appearance
guys.
fool you. Books, nooks, and covers and
Wait.
undercovers. I'm here to seek them all out. Truth makes no moves.
Someone
unless
get him a pillow.
you do.
No, he's fine.
At least let him rest in the stand, okay?
You come again?
Also,
No pony said anything.
Ah,
I see
all's well that
Duffy.
ends well then.
Maybe if he falls asleep again, we could have him wheeled out of the courtroom.
Did anyone see Derpy?
I'd rather spend today actually
Derpy!
speaking with the detective than tucking him into bed.
No! Come on, Sonata.
Witness,
Did people
rouse
see Derpy?
yourself.
Apologies. I
Mr.
am,
G's in the
still a
wait,
bit
Mr. G's
groggy.
in the gallery? Wait, huh?
Nothing that can be handled, I promise. My duties
Where?
as a detective
Oh, hey.
come
Oh, hi.
first before anything else.
It's Mr. G back there.
My proteges at the EBI have certainly gotten worse from me.
Just more
In that
pony
case,
form.
Please proceed with your testimony.
Alright, nobody talked during the witness testimony. We need to hear every word.
Yes. I'll mute for this.
The victim was poisoned with a substance known as grickle grass. How do I know, you ask?
Right.
The symptoms of said poison are very distinct, and they are a perfect match with the victim's condition. Those symptoms are a combination of sweating, a dangerously high heart rate, lightheadedness, followed by vomiting, extreme anxiety, and eventual collapse. Additionally, grickle grass is really simple to make, as poisons go. Despite this, I must admit that Miss Streamline was tested for any signs of the poison, but the results came back negative. Several Wonderbolts have made mention of seeing Rainbow Dash swapping juice boxes in her own locker with the ones in the victim's, though.
Oh.
Thus, the conclusion I have arrived at
Oh, yeah, I remember
is that
that.
the juice box was the method by which the defendant poisoned the victim.
Okay, well, truth is...
Okay,
Wait,
that's
oh my god.
okay.
First of all,
swapping juice
trials and
boxes detail
tribulations
before we
testimony
took him to
theme,
court.
holy.
I thought she was just putting juice boxes
Oh, I
into
didn't realize
Streamline's
that.
locker.
Cool.
Well then, that would certainly explain a few things.
Phoenix, we're not even 10 minutes
Do
into
you
this
think
trial.
this is what
Well,
Rainbow
20
Dash was
minutes.
hiding from us?
Maybe.
Why would someone swap
Why
juice
would she
boxes
hide
unless
that from us,
it's like, oh, she didn't like it. I mean, I know besides from
Don't
killing,
know.
but legally,
Thank you
why
for
are
your
you making me
testimony,
that?
Detective Reed. Do you have anything further to add?
I always have more to say, my lord.
Oh.
Oh, so that is.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Ah, I should hope not. I've got a schedule to keep.
Oh.
Detective, cease these
Yep.
antics.
Yes, indeed, Mr. Drive.
Perhaps evidence will please our dear prosecutor.
Oh.
Behold, a report from the finest department
Thank you,
will
Luna.
find in Equestria, containing details on
The finest
Grittlegrass
department
and
produced
its
you?
effects, for the perusal of all present, be they pony or human.
Thank you, Detective Reed. Now then, defense,
They're saying.
you may begin your cross-examination.
Yeah.
No sweat, Sonata. We've got this.
Right. Let's get started.
Who's away? I think Sanaa's main lead here. The poisoning.
The victim was poisoned with a
That
substance
poison
known
looks pretty.
as
Poison
Don't
looks pretty
hold
cool.
this.
How do I know, you
Okay, thank
ask?
God.
The symptoms of said poison are very
I don't think
distinct.
I wouldn't
They
press
are a
this
perfect
either.
match with the victim's condition.
Hold it!
Okay.
Why are you so confident it
No
was this
mo
poison
today.
specifically? Couldn't it be something else?
No.
Like, for example, an allergic reaction to something the victim ate that day?
A delayed allergic reaction?
Absolutely everything.
Your first point of contention, and you're already
Juice
blaming the
boxes,
victim?
probably.
Calm down, Jesus. It's not that serious.
Streamline's medical records have been checked, and she has no such allergy that would cause her to react
Luna,
in the manner she
sit
did.
down.
To clarify, Gricklegrass
Luna.
is neither lethal nor noticeable in a single dose.
Get your sister online.
No, you
maybe
would need
Kaden.
repeated
Someone
small
should.
doses
You
over
need to
time
sit
before
down
the
for a
effects
moment.
onset.
Wait, what?
Sort of length of time are we talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking about here?
A
A week?
You sound very sure.
Yes,
Are
I'm
you
indeed
serious? A
certain. My knowledge
week?
of botany is variable, but I'm quite
Wow.
well up in poisons.
Well,
A week?
I see.
oh God.
Don't let him cook. What in the...
Doesn't seem
Week?
A week? What? A week?
And like, according to all known poisons, there's
Indeed,
no way
you're
that is possible.
Guess I can't argue that route.
This week-long estimate matches the timeline of events quite nicely as well.
Wait, what?
The other Wonderbolts have all made statements to this effect.
Oh,
All
fuck.
mentioned
We're
that the victim
screwed.
has been looking a lot more withdrawn and lethargic as of late, which affected her performance.
Oh, great.
From what I've gathered, Streamline
I
was
mean,
quite
that wouldn't
an
mean it's
adept
Rainbow
performer,
Dash. It just
having a
means that
considerable
someone was
degree of
poisoning
control of
her all
wings.
week.
A quiet flyer, too. She hardly made
Yeah.
any noise. To see her suddenly struggling and making a ruckus when attempting a simple takeoff was highly unusual by all accounts.
Well, that clears that up then. Thank you for that information, Detective.
You're quite welcome, my lord. A font of knowledge such as myself often enjoys bestowing insight upon others.
Alright, I'm looking at the
Evidently.
vote right now. Oh my God,
It
it's
was worth a
tied.
shot. Don't let it get you down, though.
It's alright. I wasn't on the offensive anyway.
Really?
Really?
Some pony has to make the first move, right?
I guess so. What do you mean by that, though?
You'll see. Don't worry.
Continue your testimony, Detective.
Those symptoms are a combination of sweating, a dangerously...
I don't know what you were gonna
Stop.
press. Don't press this. What are you gonna get from this?
Would press this.
Additionally, Gricklegrass is fairly simple
Okay.
to make. As
This is
poisons go.
absolutely getting pressed.
Hold it!
Yeah.
Would you say the fact that Gricklegrass being an easy poison to make is what led you to suspect
That's a
that it
good
was
question,
useful?
actually.
Is actually the voice of the judge, by the way.
Can you, like,
Was I
get off your
expecting too
pissy
much of
pants
you when I hoped you
one
would at least
statement,
pay
Luna?
attention to the detective's
Yes.
testimony? He has made it quite clear as to his reasons. of which there are several.
This is some Manfred level shit. Wow.
I will answer.
It really is.
Yes, Miss Sonata?
Luna, I
would
think
say
Luna
just
needs
that.
to
Miss
calm
Rainbow
down
Dash,
and
or any pony really,
I
could
think she needs to go
conceivably
post
make
season 5 already, because
However,
it was a
this
good
is
choice
in
making this
conjunction with
just
the
before
timeline of
season
events
5,
I
because
mentioned earlier, along with the very
she hasn't
particular
gone
set
through
of
the
symptoms
whole
the victim presented.
I
Dream
see.
of Magic
Thank you for the
Magic
clarification.
Sheep episode yet, so she's still not completely out
Oh,
of it.
wait.
Yes,
Hold
Mr.
on.
Wright?
I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but why are we just letting Prosecutor Luna and the detective clarify their points with no pushback?
That's a great point.
Even your first move seemed to be doing just that.
We spoke about chess earlier today. Do you remember?
What?
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
Is that relevant?
Just like chess, sometimes I find it's better to stop and pay attention. The opening move isn't
Setting up.
necessarily a declaration of offensive intent, but more so gauging how your opponent reacts. The same applies to what just happened here. We now know how they'll respond to their points being questioned and bolstered without incident. Essentially, it's about observation and knowing when to strike.
That's a really unique strategy.
It's something I'll never do.
But I get that knowing that is important. But we're not just going to let them walk all over us, are we?
Of course not. When an opening presents itself, I'll be sure to take advantage of
Just
it.
do the Phoenix wave
Right now,
when he just
though,
objects
Luna seems a
randomly.
bit
Objection! I got
She
excited.
probably won't give us any more information if I
Objection!
object too
Here's my
quickly.
badge.
I'm
Objection!
not sure which
Take all of
cipher
this
I
evidence
prefer.
and
Before,
penalize me.
she might as well have been on the stand herself with how much she was
Objection!
jumping in.
Penalty.
Regardless, as she is now, it's better to
Objection!
listen
That is the
first.
first penalty.
Lull her into a false sense of security before springing forward.
You do realize this is a
Pardon me for
trial
interrupting,
here.
but I did mention I have
This is
schedule
a
to
trial
keep
here.
today.
There's no
Can we
mind
resume,
games
or are
involved.
you
It's
finished?
simply proving someone innocent or guilty.
Yes, good point, Detective. Continue your cross-examination, defense.
Despite this, I must admit that Miss Streamline was tested for any signs of the poison, but the results
This is
came
getting
back
held.
negative.
Hold it! If this is the case, why are you insisting that the victim was, in fact, poisoned?
Great
If
question.
there were no traces of poison found in Streamline's body, then your entire argument about how Rainbow Dash poisoned the victim doesn't seem to follow.
I'm expecting an objection.
I can confirm that a forensic spell was performed on both
I
Streamline
expect
and
a
her juice
objection
boxes.
here.
She was not suffering from an affliction that might have been caused by magic. There were no traces of any sort of magic being cast on the juice boxes.
Yeah, but how do you
either.
know it's freaking
This led me to
whatever?
conclude that the juiced boxes were tampered with by Hoof. A deduction supported by the statements
So,
of some
not
wonder
magic.
Why do you
having
think it's
seen
Grickle
Mustache
Grass
being
then if there's no
possessed?
sign of poison?
The forensic spell in question was performed in my presence for clarity's sake, as were all examinations of any evidence by my order.
Even so, this doesn't answer my question. None of this proves Rainbow Dash poisoned the victim. Again, why the insistence on Streamline having been poisoned?
Great
As
question
the
again.
detective stated, the forensic spell
That doesn't
led
mean
us to
it's
the conclusion
poison!
that This incident had no magical influence.
That doesn't mean it's
There were no signs
poison.
of any magic having been performed that would have caused her
This
collapse.
doesn't mean
Thus,
it's
this crime is
poison.
chemical in nature. Can we agree on that?
No.
Yes.
What?
we can.
Am I
If that
crazy?
is the case, then we should also agree a poison of some sort is the most viable cause of the victim's condition.
That I'm not so sure about. But I don't really have an alternative
We're gonna be
explanation
here
for
for a
why
long
Streamline
while.
collapsed.
I'm gonna be honest, I really
Running my
am
mouth
not
won't
sure.
get me
I'm not really sure where Sonata's
Better
going
to remain
in
silent
this
and be
trial.
thought a fool than to speak and remove
Sonata,
all doubt, as they say.
Sonata?
Not a Phoenix, shut up!
Rainbow doesn't look too happy. We might want to pick up the pace. I know you've got a plan, but all Rainbow
Oh,
can see
there
is
she
you
is.
agreeing with Prosecutor Luna
So
and
it's
letting her
just
say what she
Rainbow's like,
wants.
is this the boy who?
Yes,
is
I
this
suppose that
the
might be
mayor
what
who's
it looks
trying to
like.
defend me doing right
Of
now?
all the ponies that should let their lawyers speak for them,
Like, is this
Rainbow
what
Dash
I
is top
asked
of the
for?
list. We'll make a move then. Let's see where it gets us.
It just feels like Edgeworth is just lead
Several
defense right
Wonderbolts
now.
have made mention of seeing Rainbow Dash swapping juice boxes in her own locker with the ones in the victim's, though.
Hold it! How often was Rainbow allegedly seen putting her
Let me
juice
guess,
boxes
one of
in
those being
Streamline's
lightning
locker?
dust? Maybe?
According to the several witness statements we
Well,
gathered,
actually, no, that one.
quite regularly.
And by that you mean...
Every day before practice, without fail, starting about a week ago.
Oh.
That
Oh.
lines up perfectly with the projected time frame for the poisoning.
Oh, that's not good.
Additionally,
That's
the last
a
time
no
the defendant was
good.
seen tampering with the victim's juice boxes was on the day of the collapse.
Oh man. Oh
Ray.
man. Oh man. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Oh
We
no.
need to move on before this gets out of hoof.
Object, please. Can we please object?
Continue your testimony.
What do you object to in this situation? Hello?
Thus, the conclusion I have arrived
Wait,
at
why was
is
Luna
that
looking
this
shocked?
was the method by which the defendant
Luna?
poisoned the victim.
Yeah, did you not see your like shocked expression before we moved
The
on?
juice boxes being the delivery method of the suspected poison seems unlikely, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it seems really stupid.
Well, like you said, it takes repeated doses for the symptoms to take
A
effect.
quick question. Which
But
season
that's
was
the
Wind
thing.
Rider in? Was it post
Repeated
season
doses,
4 or no?
Your very words. Surely you'd admit
This
that a
one,
single juice
so,
box
I
would
guess
not
probably not.
be able to
I don't know.
fulfill, as you say, this repeated dose requirement?
I would say that too.
I suppose it probably wouldn't. No. Numerically speaking.
Objection!
Oh my god. Oh, the music stopped. Oh no.
Congratulations, defense. If nothing else, you are a master at wasting the court's time.
Can you get to the point?
While you are here debating of all things basic arithmetic, you fail to account
Behold
for
the power of arithmetic!
Catalyst or no, the effects of the poison did show, regardless of how elegantly you attempt to dance around that fact.
Even so...
But that's not the only point you fail to account
You
for.
said that's the only point.
The detective has clearly stated that according to several witness statements, the defendant had repeatedly and previously placed
Luna,
her own juice
someone
boxes
drag
into
her
the
out of
victim's
here?
locker. It is reasonable
At this
to
point,
assume
I
that every
prefer
instance
Trixie.
involved a tainted juice box, as evidenced by the victim's collapse. In effect, those are the repeated doses of which detectives
If this is how real trial works, I don't want to be ever on trial.
I don't think anyone ever wants to be on trial, even an ace attorney.
It is not a matter of one
Like,
juice.
Well, ace attorney courts are actually worse.
Were these juice boxes tested for traces of the poison?
Well, unless your lawyer's like Phoenix Wright, you're not getting anywhere.
Results were negligible and could not adequately determine.
Then
the
why are
poison's
you
presence.
so confident it's Greco grass?
That definitely means.
But recall what the detective has said. Not just repeated doses, but small repeated doses. It is possible that the amount
Leslie
slipped
is just
into
gonna
any
come
individual
bursting
juice
through that
box
door.
is too
Second,
small
the other
to
case
detect.
done. Like,
Yeah, but
Only when the
oh,
poisoning
Luna,
catalyzes
stop.
can its
Was that a
effects
spelling
be
error?
observed, and its presence determined.
I didn't notice what.
Minor
Which,
spelling
I think I just saw a
mistake.
spelling error. Hold
is
on,
what
I'm gonna pull it up on my
indeed
end.
occurred.
You can't say that for
Minor
certain.
spelling
Not
mistake.
without
Is this the
clear
new
proof.
cakewalk?
At this moment, things are far too vague to come to any sort of conclusion.
Then allow me to dispel that vagueness which you claim still exists.
You have more evidence?
A witness, Blue Phoenix.
Oh,
We're
finally.
still in the middle of a cross-examination, though.
One that has run its course, in my opinion. But, if you would, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor, please. Your Honor, please.
Yes.
No, Your Honor.
The outline of this incident and the testimony given
Yep.
by the detective have both been sufficiently scrutinized. Anything further would likely just be us going in circles. So I suggest we move on.
So I'm free to leave now, my lord?
Oh, I see that
Yes.
spelling error
You may
now.
step down, witness.
Ah, time for me to leave the drab, tiresome confines of this courtroom behind and get back
Oh,
to
he has
work.
stars in his eyes.
Good. Go get
Back
some
to sleep.
sleep.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but no.
Get sleep.
We've spent enough time on Detective Reed's testimony.
If the judge won't give Mr. Wright any leeway, I've got no chance. I suppose this is where the cross-examination ends, whether we like it or not.
Well, now, I'll be off then.
What?
Although,
Not.
Miss Sonata,
Could I get your phone number?
Yes?
your approach to cross-examination is very unique. Extremely shrewd, meticulous, yet without meanness or malice.
The complete opposite
It's
of
been a while
Phoenix
since
Wright.
I've had somebody press me in that manner. I feel nostalgic, in a way. The fool speaks, the wise pony listens. Right?
These two met.
Ooh.
Sonata?
For what it's worth, I'm glad you are still listening.
Okay, this guy's definitely involved in the other
I will
trial.
now call my next witness, Your Honor.
Very well.
To be continued. Oh.
Witness, please state your name and occupation for the record.
This isn't gonna go well.
I'm the captain of the Wonderbolts.
Spitfire.
Captain? Wow.
Spitfire.
That's quite the amazing
Please
feat.
do not.
Jesus Christ, her theme.
Big deal then, eh?
Spitfire. I thought I
am
trusted
proud
you.
of my
No.
service to Equestria.
Still trying to remain professional, I see.
Captain Spitfire,
Yes, ma'am.
you will testify in regard to both Wonderbolt reservists that are involved in this
Spitfire,
incident.
please do not.
and
Do not
the juice
use
boxes
Rainbow
that were
Dash in
placed
any
the
sort of
victim's
way.
locker.
She's gonna do it.
Copy that, ma'am.
Witness testimony.
It's not an exaggeration to say that Rainbow Dash is one of our
Patience.
fastest.
Hey, investigations!
Streamline's almost just as good, too. The two of them share a dorm space, and their lockers are right next to each other as well. It's like that.
She does the whole thing with that going from the first where Ace Case does.
Streamline's locker just before the
Is it just me, or is Spitfire like
After I was
really
notified, I
close?
called for Rainbow's detainment.
A
Unfortunately,
little
rather
close,
than
It's the
yeah.
hair, it's the hair.
quietly, she ended up
Nah,
causing
it's just the
a scene
hair.
and resisted arrest.
Thank you for your testimony, Captain Spitfire.
Of
Wait,
course.
so does
that
like
didn't
does
seem
Spitfire
doesn't sound good.
I
Spitfire?
believe we have a cross-examination to...
Actually, ma'am,
Well, yeah,
and Your
well,
Honor,
like you don't want
I'd
to know
like to
her
say a few more
nickname.
words. if
Ma'am,
that's all
Honor.
right.
Oh? Well then, go ahead, witness.
No one's ever said
In
something
my time
after
as
the
captain of
testimony
Wonderbolts,
before.
I've seen a lot of newbies come and go. Some wash out long before they can achieve liftoff. Rainbow Dash, however, has certainly demonstrated she can
Oh,
be
a testimony of
Wash out.
Her
character.
accomplishments really do speak for themselves.
Testimony of
She'll make an
character.
excellent Wonderbolt one day.
Do not tell me, Captain Spitfire, that you mean to slam your own gavel and rule in place of the court.
That's not what she
No,
said.
ma'am. It's not my place to judge.
On that, we agree. However, I would advise you to refrain from making your unprompted
It's called a
opinions known
testimony of
unless
character,
directly
right?
asked.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for letting me speak regardless.
It's called a character
No doubt
witness,
about it.
Luna.
Spitfire's proud of Rainbow. It must pain her to have to testify against her. Yet she chose
Certainly
to
didn't sound
anyway.
like that.
Well, Luna,
I wonder, does she want to protect Rainbow, or does her duty to the Wonderbolts always come first?
thank you, Spitfire, for not breaking
Now
my
then,
trust.
Defense,
Still are
you
in
may
good.
begin your cross-examination.
Oh man.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think it's her duty to the Wonderbolt. I
Testimony.
mean, after Lightning Dust, I'm pretty sure she's more focused on that.
It's not
Rainbow
an
Dash and
exaggeration to
Streamline.
say that Rainbow Dash is one of our
Bum,
fastest
bum.
flyers. Streamline's almost just as good, too. The two of them share a dorm space, and their lockers are right next to each other as well. It's like that detective said. Several ponies saw Rainbow swap a juice box with
I
one
wanna
in
press
Streamline's
that.
locker just before the collapse.
Hold it.
How do you know that Rainbow was putting her own juice boxes in, and not, say, Streamline's boxes?
Objection!
Why didn't you
Defense,
answer the
I
damn
begin to tire of your
question?
incessant habit of blowing more hot air. The prosecution already verified that they were different juice boxes by examining the boxes themselves. We found that the boxes of the victim and the defendant had
wait.
different shipment numbers, and that at the time of the crime, those two sets of numbers were both in the victim's locker, indicating one was being swapped out with another. Combined then with Detective Reed's testimony, we have no doubt that they were swapped by the defendant. It is self-evident.
That matches with what we found. Unfortunately.
I should have expected Luna to be that thorough. Still, it was worth testing the waters there. All right. Then, Captain, let me revise my question. We heard from Detective Reed that my client had been swapping out the boxes for a little while. Now, you verified that by saying, before the collapse, she was seen swapping one out again, correct?
Didn't I already say that? Why are you asking me to repeat myself?
Hey, that's a reference to the last
If
episode.
the defense didn't hear you the first time, it's not their fault. Just answer the question.
You calling me quiet, old man?
Now that's projection if I've ever heard it.
Yes, that's correct.
Then what happened to the one Rainbow swapped out?
Good question.
I actually don't know.
You don't know? Then what about this? Detective Reed speculated that my client had been performing the swap repeatedly for about a week. So what happened to those juice boxes? Where'd they go?
10 to 1 says they were thrown out. But I get the feeling that's not what you mean.
Yeah.
What do you mean, defense?
Is it important to know where those discarded
Yes.
boxes went? Maybe. They could provide us some new information if we were to test them. But I don't think I want to reveal that card yet. And besides, if no pony knows where the boxes went, I may not get that far in asking for them. I'll inquire more about this later. For the time being, though. Thank you, Captain. You may continue your testimony.
Okay.
Sonata?
Luna just
After I was
it's
notified,
huh?
I called for Rainbow's detainment. Unfortunately, rather than come quietly, she ended up causing a scene and resisted arrest.
I mean,
Hold it!
to be fair, it's her second
She
time.
resisted arrest?
You're darn right she did. She took a swing at one of the Air Wing security forces. Thanks Celestia she missed, or she'd have been charged with assault. Honestly, I get why she'd be upset, but she should have known
Oh my
better.
goodness!
It made the
That
Wonder
is what
Bolts as a whole look bad.
Dude! I get that you're very loyal, but wow!
Rainbow Dash is about to
Though it
fucking
have
lose
no
her mind.
tongue, will speak with most miraculous organ.
No murder
Rainbow
was
Dash is
committed,
about to play.
Prosecutor
I will.
Luna. And attempted murder is still under question.
But of course, still, look upon your client's face.
We get it. She's pissed.
Would an innocent pony look so incensed?
Yes. Because we're taking so long to actually make a move.
Prosecutor Luna would, of course, know that she cannot attempt to lead the gallery. More than that, surely she can acknowledge that an upset face does not inherently mean guilt. After all, any innocent pony would be upset at being wrongfully arrested.
Yeah, Luna.
As you say.
Well, that's all Spitfire has to say.
Wait, already?
What do you think?
It's hard to say. The only genuinely new piece of information is that Rainbow Dash resisted arrest. Which, as bad as it looks, isn't as shocking as one might think, given whom we're talking about.
You know, there's still time. We can go over Spitfire's
I mean, she
testimony
is the
again.
element of loyalty. You would.
No.
She's not
I
resisting
believe I'm
arrest.
right.
She's not her.
You're done? Already?
So far, aside from the juice box swapping,
Bro, oh my
nothing
god.
surprising has been said. So perhaps the prosecution has played all its pieces, which may mean...
If there's nothing further, I think we can conclude this cross-examination.
And hopefully, this trial, Your Honor?
Alright, now we have to go to the other trial.
Just a moment, Prosecutor Luna. Let me give my opinion thus far. The case against
Really?
Miss
Like,
Rainbow
really, Luna?
Dash
Are you
appears
trying to call
rather solid, all things
call it
considered.
early? No.
Witnesses
Why'd the screen go black?
testify
Huh?
as to her actions and behaviors the day of the
Wait,
collapse.
hold on. I have an intuition. Hold on.
We at least have an idea of what actions were taken. That of poisoning. Unless I'm missing something, everything has been established.
Everything except one thing, Your Honor.
Motive?
A possible motive.
Yeah.
Neither Detective
Okay,
Reed
okay.
nor Captain Spitfire provided us an idea of one after all.
That is true.
This is an investigation again?
Captain Spitfire?
Yes.
Your Honor, it, isn't really my place to speculate, is it?
Prosecutor Luna did say that you should not provide your opinions unprompted. Consider this the prompt. And while you're at it, you should consider something else. Assuming that Rainbow Dash did swap out the juice boxes in Streamline's locker with her own, we lack any idea of why she did that.
We know why. She wished to
But
poison the victim.
why?
But why? What would drive some pony, any pony, to attempt something like that?
Why does that matter, Defense? Motive hardly changes the outcome.
Isn't it obvious? So long as that hole exists, it would be inappropriate for us to assume anything definitive about this case has been established. We, as arbiters of the rule of law,
Do not cite the rule to me, Defense. I was there when it was written. And I see and acknowledge your point. I welcome it, in fact, for the opportunity it affords.
You...
Nice, my friends.
Indeed. If the motive is what you desire, I shall be happy to provide.
Oh no.
She knew. I had a feeling she would. But then, why didn't she start off with that?
Captain Spitfire.
Yes, ma'am?
I believe it is in the best interest of the court that you now provide some additional
What the hell?
Additional?
Okay.
Oh, you must mean...
Indeed. Proceed, witness.
You're supposed to testify about everything the first time.
Well, the thing is, this isn't the first incident between Rainbow Dash and Streamline.
Oh no.
It's been a
Arguments
rivalry.
before, usually small ones, nothing that you wouldn't expect from competing team members. But a few days before the collapse, Rainbow and Streamline were arguing again during practice. It got heated. Very heated.
Wait, hold on.
Would you explain to the court what you mean by that?
A few days?
Rainbow Dash
It should be a
said-
week, not a few days. If it's a motive, it should be a week ago.
Who should never have been let into the Wonderbolts?
Wow. Investigations yet again. Great react.
So, how exactly was Streamline a cheater, Captain?
I can't say, Your Honor. I only arrived after the argument and ordered the two of them to separate and cool off. I never heard what...
Are we gonna get a testimony from Rainbow Dash?
Hold on a moment. Think this through. It was obvious from the
Yes,
start
she's
that Rainbow Dash
noticing!
didn't like Streamline. But now, calling Streamline a cheater.
Oh, logic? What? In trial?
Oh, okay.
This information seems extremely relevant. If I consider what Phoenix said back at the academy,
What'd he say?
he told me his Magatama
Oh,
detected
the
that Rainbow was
lock!
hiding some sort of secret,
I
didn't he?
forgot about the locks.
But not just any old secret. One seemingly related to her arrest. And how that whole just a case of bad timing might be a lie. And then, with what Rainbow said in the detention center,
What'd she say?
did Streamline become a reservist around the same time
Oh.
you did?
No, she became one a little bit later. I never
Did she
heard of
cheat her way onto the
before, and then
reservists?
She suddenly found her way onto the team. Not
She-
like
No,
she
you know what?
deserved
I wouldn't be surprised.
She cheated her way into the Wonderbolt.
Because it just doesn't, okay?
That's why. Ooh!
Logic.
That's it, isn't it? That's what you were hiding from me all this time.
She
You
cheated.
know your accusation gives you a clear motive. So you've kept it to yourself. Kept it from me. But now I know. Now the whole court knows. Not just that you have a motive for wanting to get rid of Streamline, but that you've been lying from the start. Why, Rainbow Dash? Why wouldn't you tell me this?
I'm still a bit confused on what the motive is.
Below the belt, isn't it? To think she'd be so harsh to a fellow Wonderbolt reserve.
Calling it harsh does it a disservice, Your Honor, for this was not some petty insult, but a targeted and visceral accusation against the victim's character. It did not stem from a place of childish malice, but instead of fiendish hatred.
Damn straight.
Hatred so intense, it could motivate any pony to attempt murder.
Nah, well, that I
Hold on a
that I
second.
argue.
That's quite the reach, Prosecutor Luna.
Is it? Is it really, Blue Phoenix?
Why are you so mad?
How ironic. You were so quick to bring up last week's trial
really?
in an
She's
attempt
going
to console
nightmare
me
mode. I want
earlier.
back down.
Have you already forgotten what happened? How hatred, as tempestuous as it was fickle, stabbed at the heart of the matter, and was its origin? Besides, it is not much of a reach when we consider the defendant herself. She has not expressed an ounce of regret.
She's not about to go nightmare
remorse.
moon, so I suggest we get the royal guard on this
That
immediately.
is only baseless conjecture.
Just look at the defendant's face!
Panic, everyone, panic!
That's not decisive evidence.
I tell you, we need not be augurs observing
Panic,
the hideous
everyone!
encirclement of crows to gain an understanding of the defendant's blackguard heart. Trust your eyes. See what they tell you.
Calm down.
Bad.
God
If this keeps up, I'll
damn.
lose. I can't let that happen. I can't
Oh,
let
God.
Luna sow any more doubt. in
Please,
Rainbow's
Phoenix, take
character.
over at this rate.
Or
At this
rather,
rate.
I need to turn the focus away from anything that resembles motive. Let me think. Yes, I can try that. My client's facial disposition aside,
What? Sonata, what the heck are you?
that does not mean that everything in this case has been uncovered.
There are more unanswered questions, you mean?
Yes, Your Honor. And as the latest
Investigations!
witness, Captain Spitfire, has yet to be dismissed, I'd like to ask her for answers.
Alright, shoot.
Alright, loads
Okay.
gun.
Got a chance to breathe. Better make the most of it. I want to return to the question of poison. This grickle grass. Where do you suppose it was brewed?
Luna is like,
Definitely
can
not
we
on
get
Academy
Celestia to...
grounds.
How are you so
Luna,
sure?
Why do you say that?
It was a good choice
It'd be
making this
too obvious.
before,
There are
like,
way too many ponies around. And
pre-season
any pony
5,
could've
because
smelled
this
something
is
foul if Rainbow was
amazing,
cooking
because
poison
she has
in,
not
say, the
learned to
kitchen.
calm herself before,
I see.
before
What about
after
storage?
the Nightmare Moon incident,
Were
so
any
she's still
containers or
really
cylinders missing?
angry, you know?
For holding the poison after it was made? No, we didn't find anything like that.
Prosecutor Luna?
Our investigation did not find a witch's cauldron.
What?
If that is what the defense is getting at.
This isn't the
That's
Salem witch
exactly what I mean.
trials.
There are no traces of evidence to show that Rainbow had made grickle grass on site.
Then forgive me for rushing to the obvious rebuttal, but that just means that the defendant could have made the poison elsewhere. And then brought it to the academy.
Could she have? Captain Spitfire, tell us. Could she have?
No. I can tell you with 100% certainty, she could not have.
And why is that?
It's simple, Your Honor.
Agreed.
That grickle grass,
Thank you,
if it
thank you,
really is that
Spitfire.
uncommon, then no matter how easy it is to make, the materials you need to make it would stand out like an unpreened feather. In other words, if Rainbow brought anything remotely exotic or suspicious looking onto Academy grounds, it would have been confiscated immediately.
Yet contraband of any sort is part and parcel of academy life. Undoubtedly,
The
there
hole
are
in the
many
mattress.
ponies who have snuck things into the barracks.
Undoubtedly, sure.
That's where. Is that where
But
the
key
poison
point
was?
is the level of suspicion the materials for grickle grass would raise. A chocolate bar, for instance, while technically contraband, doesn't arouse as much suspicion.
You had to bring that up? Regardless, we didn't confiscate or find anything suspicious either before or after the incident.
Thank you, Captain Spitfire. Your Honor, given this information, the defense argues that no pony knows how my client could have brought the supposed poison into the academy. Therefore...
Objection!
Shut the Okay.
Come on, I was just getting warmed up.
She looks amused.
Luna!
It appears that you have some vivacity left in you, Miss Sonata. Good. If you had been
Luna!
any more laid back in your approach, you'd have fallen over.
Your comment is noted, Prosecutor Luna.
Unfortunately, your terminal rally has led you to a critical oversight.
Which is
You
what?
say that no pony knows how your client could have snuck in poison? That quite simply is
How?
not true. For we know some pony who most assuredly does.
What?
You do?
Who?
Before we get into that, though, Your Honor,
Wait, but
I believe
how?
Captain
Who?
Spitfire has been detained
What?
long enough. The prosecution humbly requests she be dismissed from the stand, that she may return to her wonderful duties post-haste.
Yeah. Probably got a bunch of paperwork lording over my desk.
Am I like dumb or do I just like not
The
know?
court grants this request. Witness, you may step down. Now then, Prosecutor Luna, this other pony, are they to be our next witness?
They are, Your Honor.
Bailiff, bring in the next...
One moment, Your Honor.
What?
Unfortunately,
Huh?
you cannot bring them in.
But why not? Normally, witnesses love being brought in.
Because they're in the gallery!
Honestly, that's one of my favorite parts of the job.
Your Honor, it's basically a roll call. Nothing too
Come on,
special.
Sonata.
They're in the gallery,
Your
huh?
enthusiasm is laudable, Your Honor.
Wait, what?
But sadly, while they have been summoned, this witness hasn't arrived yet.
Oh, we're setting up for a
As
to be
such,
continued.
We would ask for a short recess to wait for
Oh,
them.
okay.
Unless the defense has any objections.
No objections. I have a feeling that even if I had any, she'd swat them down.
How typical, I suppose.
Ooh, that... I
Very well.
felt that,
The
Grump.
court will be given a 15-minute recess
Now
while
for
the
the other trial.
prosecution prepares their next witness. Court will now adjourn.
I'd better make the most of that time.
Because we still haven't met
Because
yet.
something tells me I'm going to need it.
Rainbow Dash is going to beat Sonata up in the lobby. Yep, I knew it.
Sonata
Pinky.
about...
Oh no.
So,
Heard a witness? Oh, heavens no.
I was gonna say, it has been an hour. Whoa.
I think it would be Light Dust being the witness.
Well.
right then. Nice.
How could Pinkie Pie be a witness if she isn't, able to get up to Cloudsdale?
It's really interesting.
Where the tower is, the fears.
Oh, perceiving. Why is Apollo there?
I'm sorry, does that those figures not look right? It's weirdly drawn.
Yeah, but why is he there?
And those playing cards, are they referenced? Are they brought to this case?
I honestly cannot wait for Apollo to, like, be in court, because he's gonna be so funny.
I need to play any Fisty Apollo games.
Yeah, I just mean, like, in this world, he's just gonna be, like, he's gonna be so sick of everyone's shit by the start of the trial.
Especially with his bracelet, that's be interesting.
Something tells me the only way we're gonna get that perceived done is if she gets sent to court. That's a lot of apps. Oh yeah, right. Sort of forgot that.
Yeah. Who knew Case 1 is important to this one as well?
Yeah, I probably have to rewatch Case 1 if I want to have a full prep for next episode.
I need to finish Case 2.
Wait. Is something?
Yeah, after credit? Please?
Am I hearing something?
Oh. Very credit.
Oh.
The sport us last month.
Well, that was certainly a trial episode of us mostly just letting Rainbow Dash get cooked.
I was gonna say, yeah.
And they don't have Pinkie Pie as a defense or a witness. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. I keep thinking. Sorry.
I don't know what's gonna happen at this point.
I keep thinking it was the Smith, not Spitfire, Whitey Dust. But it's like she's not in this case. It's like,
well, I think
that would be a cop out though, to be honest, with her.
Well, I don't really know anymore. But we're gonna. I guess that's that.
That's that. Yeah.